Hello! I hope that you're all doing very well. Although this bungalow was boarded up, it was still quite the adventure. The property was littered with various sheds, doghouses, cages, and kennels. I was able to access the attached barn, but didn't think there'd be much of interest inside, so continued around the back of the house and noticed that the basement door was wide open. Curious if it would have access to the upper level, I wandered inside before immediately returning outside. I braved myself and headed back in and walked a little bit further, looking for any signs of light, another window, or a staircase to the upper level, but it only got darker and darker. I exited, gathered myself, and once again, entered the house briefly. I didn't have a torch with me and was completely alone, so I was already a little hesitant, but curiosity got the best of me. So there I was when I noticed the teddy bear in the fireplace, and as soon as I saw it, I noted that the eyes were reflecting light and seemed as if they were glowing. And at that exact moment, I heard something slightly shift behind me, and being completely alone, I decided to just finish taking my photo and left. After leaving, I realized that the teddy's eyes were glowing in every photo, from every angle, and even in the shots from my second visit too. It was probably the creepiest basement I have ever been in. I felt like a scared little kid again. It just gave me the strangest mix of deja vu and remembering a nightmare that you had. During my first visit, I tried entering it 3 separate times, only to decide to return with a light as it was pitch black. On my second visit, I still had to step out to compose myself a few times. I just couldn't believe how intense and strong the energy is. Somehow my torch and having the flash on my camera didn't really help me see much, although it provided that little bit of extra courage that I was starting to lack. I entered the main room, saw a layer of dried leaves covering the floor, and noticed the raised bathtub in the corner, and that the window on the door of the cellar or storage room was once blacked out by a tarp for some reason. Around the corner, I also found a small row of something which resembled some type of stalls or kennels. There was also a spool of thread on the floor too. It had such a deep, overwhelming darkness, which just blinded you and seemed to envelop everything and swallow any source of light. I didn't clue in that there was more to this area than I first saw, but assuming it was the stairs to the house, I went over and as I looked up, noticed a number of cages stacked on top of one another. I also didn't even see the door over there until I was almost finished editing this video. However, I did see the other door, but it just leads out front and has boards nailed across the corners, as well as a sign for dog grooming, which explains all of the various animal cages, kennels, and dog houses, as well as why there'd be a raised bathtub in the basement. I tried researching the company's name, but wasn't able to find any information on it at all. The outside kennels were extremely overgrown and crooked. Some had fences on top, and one had its own doghouse, and all were composed of various materials. There was a lot scattered around the property, but it was so overgrown and in the middle of a heat wave, so I decided to just show you all what I could and call it a day. There was also one separate cage at the side of the house, about a foot away from the brick, with a fence and an old gate or something on top. When I returned for my second visit, the property was more overgrown, so I'm sorry, but this is all the footage that I have of the barn. and yet another collapsing and overgrown shed. Beyond a broken down wooden fence, there looked like a collapsed trailer or shed, which I'm trying really hard to show in the video. But the terrain was very uneven and overgrown. There were hidden hills and also cattails, leading me to believe that it may be marshy or have a hidden pond, so I didn't venture any further. However, I can of course return to this property once all the vegetation has died down before snowfall. So if you'd like to see better image or a proper investigation or the barns, etc., just leave me a comment down below and let me know, please. I will also be uploading this video without the voiceover and just all of the original audio, in case anybody prefers that instead. And I will have a follow-up, very short and quick paranormal investigation coming as well. But if you want me to do a proper one at this location, do let me know. I would love to do that. Wouldn't love it so much that I have to do it alone, but I would still love to do that for you all. In some areas, the grass was even as tall as my shoulders. The overgrown garden at the front was so pretty though, and there were a lot of sweet peas and wildflowers by the road too. I hope that you all enjoyed this explore as much as I did, and please comment down below letting me know what you think. And if you want to, please don't forget to like and turn on notifications and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.